Breaking news. I repeat, we have breaking news. Samson Dauda has reached 330 pounds. I repeat, we have breaking news. Check this episode out for all the details. And remember to subscribe. Welcome to AJ's World of Bodybuilding. And guys, we have to jump out even though it was late because we have breaking news. Samson Dauda has reached 330 pounds, Samson.
Oh,
Huh?
man. Yeah, man. Well, we set out to do this offseason, right? We said we wanted to get big, but yeah,
So we're looking at the video, Samson.
yeah.
What do you see?
I see me. Obviously, I never feel as impressive with my videos than other people seeing it, you know. So that's just,
Ooh, look at the front double. Look at the waist on the front double, Samson.
oh,
And the legs
yeah.
from the front are absolutely insane, aren't they?
But you know, the main thing for me, right, is always going to be the back shots. That's the one I want to improve the most this offseason, right?
Look at the hams. We're seeing, as you guys are seeing this video right now, we're seeing a new Samson Dauda. And we're going to see from the back is obviously what people want to see. And Samson, what do you think about the back shots now?
That's one thing we've been working our ass on to improve, you know, and you can see the meat that's on there now. And even then, it's like, okay, you know, that's what we wanted to work on. That's what we wanted to bring up, the width, the depth, the thickness of it, to really bring that up, you know.
And the calves are huge.
Mm.
And the back lat spread is. Oh, yeah, yeah. So Samson, what's been going on this offseason? You and Milos told you you're gonna reach 330. Did you believe it?
Fuck no, I thought it was joking, man. I thought, okay, you know, a coach will say, "Oh, I want to put 30 pounds on you," and I'm like, yeah, you know, it all sounds good as good wind, you know, it's good noise. So I'm like, yeah, you know, we'll put on some muscle and everything else. So when the off season started, because I've been over 300 pounds before, I think I've been 310 at my heaviest.
310.
Yeah. And he was like, you know, yeah, I think we can get you up to 330, you know, that'll be a good off season. And I'm thinking, man, are you kidding me? 330? That's like another 20 pounds on top of my heaviest weight. I'm like, nah. I just thought, okay, you know what, we'll probably put on a few good weight, but I don't know if we'll go that far. So we started the off season with that, and you know, I just said, okay, you know what, show me what you want me to do. So first he told me obviously take some time off. So I took 8 weeks off, you know, just completely clean off and stayed off for 8 weeks. And even then, when I was completely off, I was 300 pounds, you know. And I was like, okay, this is a good starting platform, you know, right after the Boston Pro, we stayed out like that. And then the off season started, and we just started, as soon as it kicked off, we just started growing. And I was, okay, this is interesting. So when we went up to, I think we got up to like 315. And at that point, I'm thinking, okay, this is uncomfortable. You already felt like it was a lot because it's completely out of my comfort zone. I was like, okay, yeah, it felt like a lot of weight, you know. And we kept on climbing each week. We kept on looking at each week. We kept on getting better. We focused mainly on the weak points because, like I said, I knew most of my body parts. He normally improves anyway, like arms, legs, chest. They normally improve quite easily anyway. But we wanted to make sure that our biggest improvement happened from the back. You know, we really wanted that density and that width in the back and that thickness. So I was mainly focusing on those when I trained. I really put a lot of attention on those parts when I trained. So we got up, you know, I had time. I went to train with the other boys that showed me some training techniques. I trained with Nick Walker, trained with Fuad, you know, trained with a bunch of other pros like that. So see their way of training, I adopt some of their methods as well. And just to help me improve my back shots and stuff like that. It really worked, and I took it on board, you know. So we got up to 330. We got up to 320. And at 320, I was thinking, okay, if we stop here as off season, it's a good off season. I think this is a great one.
At 320.
Yeah. And I was thinking, you know what? I know how uncomfortable I feel.
In what way uncomfortable? Explain that to the viewers.
Man, if you walk around with that much weight, you feel like you're walking around with that much weight. You know, you feel heavy. At the time, I was flying around a lot. You know, I was doing lots of guest appearances and stuff like that. So from the airport to the plane to everything, it's uncomfortable. You're big like that. You take up space. You know, you break shit. You just carry a lot of weight. You know, and you stand for like 10 minutes, and already you're feeling like, man, I gotta sit. It's a lot of weight. You know, so especially how hot this summer has been.
Oof, it's horrible. Yeah.
Exactly. So when you're that big and that sweaty and that, it feels very, it's not pleasing, you know. It feels like, oh man, dude, I don't know about this, you know. So, you know, we go up to 320 and that point I was like, yeah, okay, I can feel that way. It feels like a lot, you know. Even like now I only sleep in one position. I can only sleep on one side, you know. So those kind of things, you're like, yeah, you feel that you're carrying a
You can
lot.
only sleep on one side.
Sleep on one side, you know, because it does feel that uncomfortable. I can't sleep on my back because I snore so loud that it freaking break the windows.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I will imagine. Yeah.
you know what I mean. So because you're carrying, it's a lot of weight to carry, you know. But at the same time, in the gym, we're strong as fuck. You know, we can push for crazy. You know, we can go crazy on it and everything else. You know, so we're managing that, and because I train quite intense as well, cardiovascularly, I was really good. You know, because our training is literally you go, I go, and it's like we keep that intensity up. When I train with Fuad and the boys, same thing. They push me to the limit. They really make sure that yeah, there's no slacking off. This is the Olympia training for. So we push that. So you know, kind of did that. Came back up to 325, and at 325, I thought, okay, this is it. I'm done.
How much calories can you? How much calories do you eat then?
We're doing about 7,500 calories a day.
Seven and a half. Okay, and is this like Hunter Labrada with all protein shakes, or is it food?
I'm doing clean food, man. We talk about your rice, your chicken breast, your sweet potatoes. You know, the most thing you have is the pasta and everything. So we do mainly clean food in abundance of it. So we know that what we wanted to make sure that when we put on those kind of weight, it's not a case of, you know, I put on a lot of fat and water and then you prep and you almost lose half of it and it just feels like you didn't do anything in the first place. We want to make sure that the tissue we put on is something that we can really use. So we were really, really on point with our diet. We're really on point with everything, with our training, everything we do to make sure that, yeah, if you're going to put on that weight, it better be a weight that is something that is going to help you improve. So we made sure we stayed on top of that, you know. And then at 325, the amount of food and obviously all that you're doing, I genuinely thought, because I remember I had to take 3 days off when I got 325 because
Really?
it was the heat season. We just had that breaking freaking weather that almost like last month that was like, it was just scorching. So after that, I took 3 days off. I was like, look, I just did 3 days just to let my body kind of settle in a little bit because it was uncomfortable. You know, I go walk with my dog. I take a walking stick when I go walking my dog, man. Because
Walking stick, really?
walking stick when I went walking my dog, man. It was serious, you know, because you walking and you feeling like, man, okay, you have to sit every 5 minutes and you have to, so you feel like, holy shit, okay, you know. And people always think that you only feel like that if you're putting on loads of fat and water, but no, muscle weighs a lot. Like it weighs a lot, and you will feel how much that weight is when you've carried that, you know. So at that point, 305, I actually thought I was going to hold there for the rest of the offseason. I thought I was going to actually stay there for the rest of the season. So I had 3 days off. I felt a lot better. And I felt like, okay, you know, feel good again. Let's carry on. So we carried on pushing. And slowly, one bit at a time, we got up 328. And then got this week, 330, you know. And
Is
I'm
this
like,
morning weight without food?
yes, of course, you know. And you're like, holy shit. You know, so when we were here, we're like, okay, you know, we finally done it. We got to that way. I'm like, okay, this is a good point to start prep from, and actually kind of comfortable point to start prep from. Funny enough, I'm more comfortable now at 330 than I was at 325.
Why do you think that is?
I think body's just started to settle into it because I've been in it since last week, and I've just been. It just seems like I've started to settle into that way a lot better now. Because at 305, it felt wow, this is a lot. It felt like it was enough for me to feel scared enough to say, okay, I'm gonna have to back off. But got 350 and it's been like, okay, yeah, I'm comfortable with it. It doesn't feel as uncomfortable as it did. You know, maybe I'm getting used to it. Maybe it's nice, like, okay, the body's not finally settling into it, but it felt good, man. It feels really good, like.
And your face is not really especially chubby either.
No. That's one thing you say. Like even when I wake up in the morning, you know, you get the whole morning face where you're a lot less water and stuff like that. It's like, okay, this is interesting, you know. Same thing, like we said, like we try to keep a decent conditioning whilst we are that way as well. So our conditioning didn't falter. We didn't go all watery and completely fat and stuff like that. So we wanted to make sure that it is, you know, you're putting on decent amount of tissue on there, you know. So it's very, very interesting because one thing that I've learned that my body, I didn't really think my body could be able to do that. So since this time, I'm like, oh, this is a very good learning curve for me.
So right now you are, because Jamie the Giant with that height, it's not comparable. So you know what I mean? Because he's 6'6" or 6'5". So right now, in history of time, there's only been one. Greg Kovac was also this 6'4". So it's only Big Ramy and you that's ever reached 330 in good condition.
Ronnie went over that as well.
Are you sure that it was over 330?
I think Ronnie was 330 in the off season, man. That one's I remember that one clearly. So I was like, okay.
But this is documented though.
Oh, this is documented. I think you know, I mean, I think I saw one of his videos where he did it. I can't remember when, but I did see one of his videos. I mean, for him to be 300 pounds on stage, you have to be well over that, off season.
So Milo said 330 off season. Now you have 17 weeks. You're starting now. What is he predicting? Obviously, you don't have to be. We don't know exactly, but what is he predicting for the Olympia?
I have not predicted yet. We have no prediction yet, and this is the thing: is like we know that. For me, I don't want to have a prediction. Because if I have a prediction number in my head, I know it might just be a prediction, but somewhere deep down, I'll be hoping for that in the prep. And if I'm not lean enough at that point, I'll be disappointed. And then I want to hold back on that. So I don't want to know. I just want to know, okay, right, when you're as lean as you can possibly be, then we'll find out what you weigh. And then we'll go on stage that. Well, until then, don't hold your breath and say, okay, I think I'm going to be 290 or 200 or 295, and just diet. Just diet down as hard as you can.
What was the Boston Pro weight?
280.
So you're not going to lose 50 pounds.
You're not going to lose 50 pounds now. So that's one thing I can say.
You're probably not going to lose 40 pounds either.
Well, we'll see. I've never said I've never lost that much in prep. I think the most I've probably ever lost is 30 pounds between from big off season to stage weight. Is probably 30 pounds. That's the most I've ever lost. So, but this time, it's Olympia, man. We gotta be razor. So
we're gonna also, before we go, because this is a breaking news, but Andrew Jack, he was 298. He's also from Nigeria, but he wasn't in top condition. So who's going to be the biggest man on the Olympia stage from Nigeria? Is it Samson or is it Andrew Jack?
Remember, Andrew is 2 feet taller than me.
That's true.
So yeah, man, he'd be a big dude, man. So, well, we got to see. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's good times 3 Nigerians at the Olympia, correct?
Oh, yeah, yes. But I was the first to qualify, so you know what that says, man.
The front runner, that's for sure.
Of course.
Samson, thank you much for telling a quick update of how things are going. And you're going into this Olympia at your all-time heaviest, 330 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck. And we'll talk before obviously, but good luck with the prep.
Oh, thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Bye.